Oh, boy. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with another episode of your Next Level Wrestling Review.
Ray, I'm going to cut you off. Sell to the corner for me, will you? I'll call the next spot, but it looks like we're having a repeat of the audio issues from the other time. You did not mute yourself during that intro. We heard the whole thing. You're on the wrong microphone. We're live, pal.
Yeah, well, they gotta wait. Fuck this shit. I'm muted, so these people aren't gonna hear how I fucking hate them, right?
You're not muted yet.
Huh? What?
I'm afraid they heard you. They heard you.
How's that, vet?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No, this is not your normal.
How about now?
Rich, delicious. Nope.
Hello.
You're on your webcam.
Are you fucking shitting me?
No. Why would I? Yeah, got him, guys. Ray sounds perfect, right? Everybody in the chat saying how good you sound.
Does it sound good or not?
Ray, I wouldn't joke about this. It's not funny.
So it's not like. So it sounds like shit.
You're on the your mic's not picking up. You must be on some other microphone feed.
I'm not on another mic.
God and when you played the intro music, it's like I could hear you sniffling. You know, like the whole. It's the exact same thing it was last time. So do what you did last time.
All right, so I'm gonna go away. I guess I don't know. So I'm talking from here.
I think we're using your phone again for the webcam. It sounds like that's what you're coming through.
I always use my phone for the webcam, but
yeah, that is not your mic.
How about now?
There you go.
What the fuck? What is going on here? Hello?
Do you have like a cat or something that comes in and like walks on all your equipment when you go to work?
Give me a second. This never happened, guys. I have to do this again because I'm not going to edit this. Muting my mic.
HMG, the recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment. HMG. Hami Media Group. This is your next level wrestling review. And this is NXT.
You're not going to fit in that hole.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
I need some fucking therapy. Well, we're back again. Our second
what? Day. What do you mean? We haven't been here before. It's a brand new episode.
My stomach hurts. I think I have COVID again. Oh God. What a shit day. It's kind of like if you follow me on TikTok, that guy that stands too close to you on the train with his stink ass balls. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the reporter of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some lucha libre, which is your Spanish lesson for wrestling today. And I'm gonna be sniffling, I'm gonna be sneezing, I'm gonna have a stuffy head and an achy body or whatever the gimmick is. And yeah, I don't need a hug, Jerome. I need to fucking retire from everything, from life. Call it quits. Jump off a cliff.
Walk out.
I can walk out. We're going to talk about that later. Because I guess you can do that if you're a young black female in wrestling. God forbid anybody else does it. But I am not alone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with... I'm not going to make up no belt or anything like that. It is what it is. You have so many, I can't remember half of them. The Vet. He's a Rip Rogers guy. The Vet. Vet. Rip Rogers guy. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the champion of many organizations. He is the Vet, Jamie Williams, who is a Rip Rogers guy. Yeah. All right. That's all I got today.
Okay. The show's in the mail, folks. You'll get it in 4 to 6 weeks.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Maybe I'm the only one. Let's what do you say we get through this show and get you to bed, Ray? Because this is already...
I can't get to bed because I have shit to do.
This is already the worst show we've ever done.
You think so?
No, that other time when we got ambushed with a couple extra guests was
that was a great show.
Was worse.
Oh, with Colin? Oh, yeah, you're right. That shit sucked.
Yeah, when he was like calling from like the outside of the pizza place and all this. Just, yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I thought after like you were a teenager and shit, you're not supposed to break out with pimples and stuff anymore. I got like a scar here, a pimple there, one over here. This one's going away. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, you know what it is, Ray? You know when you started taking care of yourself again, you must have boosted your testosterone through the roof, and now you're just like breaking out.
Is that what that is? Are you
Probably.
joking?
It's probably because you're just such a He-Man right now.
What does that have to do with me losing an inch on my penis and fucking getting pimples?
You don't lose an inch on your penis, your balls shrink. So you actually probably gain an inch on your penis optically.
No, I lost an inch.
Oh,
Trust
shit.
me, I can't afford to lose an inch.
Yeah.
Guys,
I don't know.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry out there. Can you imagine somebody tuning in for the first time? Just like, what is this fucking disaster?
Canceling my channel attitude subscription right now.
Did you send me you're not muted?
Oh, now he looks at the private chat where I'm trying to tell him what's going on.
This is a repeat of the other week. You are fucking stupid.
I didn't say that one.
I hate working with you, Ray.
That's not a real message.
You sure?
I can prove it. I can
Don't
prove it. I can screenshot this and tweet it.
Man, I don't feel good.
All right, Ray doesn't feel good. So,
I just want to put it out there that, and I'll put Ben Hameen on blast. That, Jeff Lippman has been reaching out to Ben Hameen and Stevie Richards. Jeff Lippman, very good guy.
Dr.
Jeff Lippman. And I got no sold twice. So this is what I want you guys to do.
What do you mean?
Bro, it's like he got annoyed that I'm asking him, he's like, I got to focus on the main roster. What are you talking about?
Oh, you mean Ben no-sold you?
Yeah, nobody no-sells me.
Okay, I didn't understand who was no-selling who in that story. They're pronouns, pal.
Don't say the wrong fucking pronoun. Al Robinson says, and I quote, "This isn't a disaster. I've seen the Ridiculously Random podcast. Well, go fuck yourself, sir."
My man Al Robinson.
How
You just got
goddamn-
promoted to the top
How
of
goddamn
the
dare you.
heap.
How goddamn dare you, you son of a bitch. So anyway, if anybody sees Stevie Richards, just let him know Jeff Lippman is looking to talk to him. And Ben. Tell him Jeff Lippman is looking to talk to him. I did my part now. I've done it all. I tried cell phone. I want you to see my fingers. Facebook Messenger. Now the internet show. Did it all. So I'm actually feeling a little better now that I'm talking, getting things out. I don't know. Maybe it's my allergies. You think that's possible?
I don't know. Just talk yourself into feling better.
I'm gonna
That's
fucking do that, man.
power of positivity. Positivity. If the New Day taught us anything, it's that a bowl of Bootios every morning and the power of positivity can change lives.
And you can literally bone a hot chick on camera and not get fired.
It's not against the law.
You sure about that?
Pretty
Was she
sure.
of age? She was of age, right?
Yes.
He's like, yeah, she's really of age. All right. Enough of this music. Here's the deal. Another thing that pissed me off this morning. I'm venting.
Oh, geez. We don't have time for venting.
I don't give a shit. It's my show.
Gotta watch New Japan.
No, I'm not. So I get on first and foremost, vet. I turn on this fucking camera gimmick, and you're watching that Chinese karate wrestling from Korea. Why?
Because it's on.
Okay. And you tell me there's like a 2-week tournament or something. What is it?
So it's about 3 weeks or a month.
And what is the name of this tournament?
Best of Super Juniors.
Okay.
Everyone's heard of it.
What is a Super Junior?
Well, they're referring to the junior heavyweights, but you know how Japan likes to use English and they don't quite know what it means, but it sounds good to them?
So Super Junior.
Right. They know super's good.
Super nice guy. That's what they say. Super. That's a
Yeah.
very easy word. I'm assuming for the Japanese person to pick up. Oh, super cool. Super cool. Do I have it on? Am I on point with my super cool?
Yes, that's very good.
Thank you.
Is there anything better than a Japanese man speaking English
No,
in the entire world?
not at fucking all.
Yeah, so.
Japanese is a sexy language. Have you ever watched Japanese, like high-end Japanese pornography?
No. I've watched high end. No. I don't like it.
He said, no, I watched the lowest of the lowest end.
Well, it definitely didn't look high end. I don't know, but I don't like Japanese porn.
Well, I mean, just the real romantic shit. He's like, what the fuck? Bitch cracked an egg on this guy's penis. Why? She cracked an egg. He's like, oh, so. Ay.
Well, I can't put that on them. There's all kinds of weird stuff from every country. So,
What is this fucking shit? Is this a real thing? Can you block this cocksucker? No, you can't do that. Don't go to that Mount Viewers. That's somebody's leaving a fucking thing from anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. You know what it's time for. You take a little minute here. Let me just set this up. Oh, I know you know. Here we go.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're going to acknowledge me. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
And I hit the fucking 3-count music. Wonderful. I am terrible today. Vet, can you help me out?
yes. I have a list of participants here. One of which just disappeared right off the list, but I'm going to make sure to acknowledge him.
Oh, good.
Al Robinson.
Al Robinson.
Because he buried the Ridiculously Random podcast. You are now the best of all of our audience right now.
Listen, I don't think Al Robinson.
He's a hero.
That's his real name.
He's doing great work. But we've also got a lot of other heavy hitters here. Canada Spaceman is here. Okay, that's, you know what I mean? Like, this is a murderer's row. Aaron Bench Slow-Mo. Frank's Pickle Barrel asked, do we even deserve this,
No.
Ray? for the show we've put on so far. We don't deserve to have these people here. I'm surprised they're still here, but thank you.
We've earned it. We've earned it.
Jerome Hall, Jerome with an N here. Lawrence Weaver, Lizbeth, Rida179. Thank you for all the work that you do, Rida179. And Scott Woodford. That's who's showing up right now. Let me roll it back a little bit and see if I missed anybody besides Al Robinson.
I feel like there is.
I think we're good.
Dan Heffron.
Dan Heffron was here, but like we talked about last week, he jumps in before the show and then he has to go to work. So
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal, Lab Rat. They were missing on that.
Yes, they were definitely missing.
So Google, I know you are like the biggest thing ever in the world ever, but just like get your shit together, would you?
I don't have that. Get your shit together. Get all your stuff, put it in one bag, and get it together. Now hit the
That's good enough.
The Ben Hamina main roster. I don't have the those sound bites. Trying my best. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the 3 count.
This is the 3 count with today's biggest stories in pro wrestling, world news, pop culture, sports, and more. And now, back to Big Ray and the Vet.
All right. It is the 3 count, where we usually give you the 3 top stories of the day, or 12. It really doesn't fucking matter. Technically, the 3 count should finish the show because it's the end of the match.
Well, we tried that once.
It just didn't gel. I don't know. What do you think? You want to try it again next week?
It's fine. We could try it. We let the people weigh in. I don't know if it was any different, better, or worse, or anything. We just did it once and then never did it again.
Interesting. Really quickly, so you haven't had a chance to play WWE 2K22 yet, right?
Oh, it's not that I haven't had a chance. I've actively decided not to. So
it's really good, but I know how much you've grown a disdain towards professional wrestling games of this era, and I gotta say it's really fun.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're having fun.
They have the I was gonna make a bad joke about Virgil. Forget it. This is gonna say something about breadsticks and meat sauce, but it's like, nah, the guy's sick. So go wait till he kicks out. Oh wait, can he kick out? What's the deal with Virgil? Is it stage 2 cancer?
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently Virgil has stage 2 colon cancer. On top of something with his brain.
Is this one of the stories?
No, I was just talking out loud. All right, so here's the deal. You guys have been living under a rock. You're all being fucking worked. What am I talking about? Sasha Banks unfollows WWE, Vince McMahon, and others on Twitter. Oh boy, let me just read this really quickly. This is courtesy of SE Scoops. Excuse me, .com.
Oh yes, the venerable SE Scoops.
God damn it, yes.
So I get all my stuff from.
We're
the first people to get to talk about this, huh, Ray? Because this happened after they did the Monday Locker Room and everything.
We are the very first people to talk about this.
Let's have some fun with it.
I'm just going to read this real quickly. WWE NXT results. No, that's not what I want. Okay.
It's a work. It's a work.
Sasha Banks has unfollowed several prominent WWE accounts over the past few days ahead of her and Naomi's walkout during this week's Raw. During the show, Banks and Naomi left the Scope Arena. See how this works? SE Scope. It's like it's meant to be. Forcing WWE to change their announced 6-pack challenge main event into a singles match between Becky Lynch and Asuka on Twitter. Banks has unfollowed WWE accounts Vince McMahon, Bayley, Becky Lynch, SmackDown Tag Team Champions The Usos, why she didn't follow them? Seth Rollins and the undisputed WWE champion Roman Reigns, main roster. Now the boss is following only 6 accounts. Naomi, John Cena, Tamina Snuka, her cousin Snoop, and 2 fan accounts.
Did you say Naomi in there?
Well, we're gonna talk about that. No, during Raw, Corey Graves said the pair had acted unprofessionally by walking out. I didn't know any of this happened, by the way, because I don't watch Raw. In a statement, now, this is the main thing. This is why I'm starting to question everything here, but okay?
Right. There's some juicy conversations to be had here because I'm going to fill in some information that you may not know that provides a lot of context. But go ahead.
Beautiful. I just have one more sentence to read. It says, in a statement, WWE said the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions placed the titles on the desk of John Laurinaitis before leaving. There's a whole bunch more here, but tell me the juice. Give me the juice.
Well, the way I found out about this was just reading Twitter. Like, I definitely am not going to watch Raw live. So the people that are kind enough to live tweet, somebody does because they live tweet Raw. I guess to hopefully get some attention. But yeah, so I'm finding out about this, and then when I finally watch my DVR'd Raw, I already know what supposedly happened. And we got already people arguing about whether it's a work or a shoot, right? So the thing that was weird about it was I read that the WWE press release that you're probably looking at right there, right?
Yep.
And all of it sounds like, okay, like I'm for the people that are saying it's a work, I'm with you up to a certain point.
Right.
And the point is where the press release from WWE says they had 8 hours to rehearse and construct their match, and it was supposed to be Naomi winning the 6-pack challenge. And they also said something about they cited issues with working with 2 of the people in the match, even though they had worked with those people without incident. Right. But the key thing here is that a WWE press release, if this is a work, in fact, why are you going to say things like rehearse and construct your match?
Right.
That is the one monkey wrench in the whole thing that I'm like, if you're trying, because look, let's face it, Ray, WWE can't work for shit. They don't know. They can't do anything entertaining, whether it's a work or a shoot.
You sure?
Yes. So like the idea of like giving this some sort of giving the idea of credence that people would have the ability to just disrespect the management,
right,
as part of a work seems odd. Now, here's what made me question it watching Raw, because as Raw goes on the air, they announce the 6-pack challenge. So, and they don't make that big a deal of it. They just say, tonight we got a 6-pack challenge. And then a few minutes into the show, Becky Lynch runs up to Adam Pearce and is saying something. And then that's when we find out that Naomi and Shasha walked out. So they're just saying this on the air. And I'm like, okay, well, this seems like a work then that they would say that.
Right.
But at no point do they only reference them in passing. And Corey Graves, makes a comment during the live broadcast, but they don't make that big of a deal out of it. And then they change it to a singles match with Asuka and Becky Lynch. What about the other 2 girls? Lab Rat, I think, even said that. Like there was, why didn't you change it to a fatal 4-way if 2 of them walked out? Right? Seems weird. A lot of this stuff seems very suspicious, but I'm not really sure what the benefit is of trying to work this. I definitely think there's some credence to it. What do you think?
I think this is what I think. I think the part of Becky Lynch, fucking Naomi and Sasha Banks being unhappy happened well before this night.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that I think they've been unhappy. It's been clear. This incident where they walked into John Laurinaitis' office probably happened. I don't know. Hold on, I got to sneeze. Probably happened a couple of days before this Monday Night Raw. I'm thinking that they're like, all right, you girls are not happy, so we're gonna make something out of this. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Since when did they ever do
muted.
that?
So nobody can hear you, sir.
I'm muted?
Yeah, you're muted, sir.
So I am muted.
The vet is talking. I don't hear him at all.
Do you guys hear me?
Okay, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, it shows that you're not muted. Can you hear me? Yeah, well, you can hear the vet, guys?
Yeah, they're saying they can hear me, so maybe you touched something over there again.
All right, so let's see. Maybe this is something on my end. Anyway, keep talking, vet. I'll figure it out.
Okay, well, I don't even remember what you said, but you said if Vince said that we can make something out of this because you're unhappy. Well, when do they ever do anything like this? They don't. They never done anything like this before. So I don't know. I think that I also think that they're trying to whatever it is. I think they're trying to spin it, obviously to make Shasha and Naomi look bad.
I got it. By the way, I can hear you now.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So my question to you, Ray, was when has the WWE ever done anything like that? Where someone says, hey, I'm unhappy, and they're like, well, let's make it a storyline where you walk out and embarrass the company and say, fuck the fans.
So, all right. So let me just ask you flat out. Do you think this is all legit? Like this all happened? Do you think that there's no work to it? This fucking happened. And now WWE is...
I'm leaning towards yes.
Wow.
Because there's no...
It's crazy.
Because there's just no upside to it.
Sure there is. You can break up you have two of the biggest. So first and foremost, there's also a word real quick. So before I forget this, because I don't have it in front of me, that apparently Naomi was manipulated to leave by Sasha Banks. Naomi's in a position where a lot of people believe that she has a ton of pull right now because of the position of her husband, her brother-in-law, so on and so forth.
Her husband, the alcoholic.
Bro, listen, I think was it Colin that said it? No, Colin doesn't say anything smart. I forgot who said it, but I think it was Jimmy T. He doesn't say anything smart. One of the guys I listened to said that if you can fucking get arrested for a DUI like 12 times and still have that title on your shoulder and still be part of the best segment in the entire company. I don't know. Like
it's proof that cancel culture is a myth.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit, pal. Main roster.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's treat this as if it's a work.
Okay.
So the WWE loses any chance of, making something out of it, like as a television program. They just have to mention these girls off screen and kind of bury them a little bit for being unprofessional. Roster. That's what they say.
They'll be off the main roster.
Yeah. Now let's think if it's a shoot. If this was a shoot and these two girls walked out, what would the WWE do? The WWE would behave exactly the way they did. They'd bury them on the air. They'd put out a press release, which of course saying that Naomi was supposed to win that match that she walked out of. Yeah, I'm really sure that she did, because that makes sense, right? Why would you have Naomi win that? And then the thing about the whole thing would be about Sasha Banks not being happy with the creative positioning of the tag team championships. for the women. Now, why would anybody care about the tag team championships for the women? Well, Sasha would care. You know why Sasha would care? Because there wouldn't be, don't get too excited. This is Canada Spaceman talking here.
Oh, sorry.
When this would be a thing where Sasha Banks, the only reason that we have a women's tag team championships is because of Sasha Banks and Bayley campaigning to get this thing done. And Sasha doesn't like how the tag team championships have been treated. Now, it shouldn't matter, but it's kind of her baby. That's why she's sticking up for it so hard to the point of walking out. She's already walked out over it.
Wait, what do you mean? What's her baby? The tag team titles?
Yeah.
That
If it was
her
like,
idea?
if the WWE just came up randomly with tag team championships out of nowhere, I don't think Sasha Banks would care. But because they only exist because of her and Bayley and the work that they put in trying to convince people that they needed to have them and all this other stuff, and then to see that, she's kind of the reason she's sticking up for something that seems so, pointless is because it's hers. It's one of the few things that's hers. It only exists because of her. So anytime they try to bury the tag team championships, she sticks up for it and she takes heat for it. It's everything that she walked out for originally, or took her time off of saying she was burnt out and all this other stuff. It was all because of that.
Can I say that now really looking into this, because at first, as far as yesterday, up to yesterday, I thought it was a work. Early yesterday, I actually went at my buddy A-Track Brown, because I didn't do any research. I could care less, to be honest with you, about what happened with these girls.
Right.
But for the benefit of the people listening to the show, I started doing some research, and the fact that there's certain people that are selling for this that I don't think would, because they gain nothing. Like let's talk about like CM Punk right now. I don't know if you saw did you see the whole situation with CM Punk and Matt Cardona?
I didn't see, no, I didn't really, I saw that there was a situation. I didn't read it.
I'll share this really quickly with you. This is just a screen grab here. So basically this is the tweet here. You can see that, right? So right now we have CM Punk. He says, so Matt Cardona, this is the original tweet. He says, if I could go back in time, the night I was pushed off the stage in a wheelchair on Raw, I should have walked into Johnny Ace's office, placed my neck brace on a table, and walked out because I wasn't being respected enough as an internet champion.
Okay.
And then CM Punk comes out and says, can you explain to me what he means by this? Because maybe I'm just a little confused. But CM Punk comes out and he says, and I quote, if you'd go back in time to stand up for yourself, you should stand up for the workers now. What is he saying?
He might be alluding to something I'm not aware of, because that's
Right?
clearly a shot at Matt Cardona.
It's a dig, right? It's a dig at him.
Yeah, so if there's something that he's done that I'm not aware of that Matt Cardona that he's done lately, either working in NWA or Impact or wherever, maybe that's what he's referring to, but I'm not sure. I get what he means by the statement, but I'm not sure what he's referring to.
I mean, we got, we have Dr. Britt Baker putting up a tweet. I don't have it here, but I think isn't there like an AEW pay-per-view going on, like a big one where they have a Joker. Was it All In? Is it All In?
Mm-hmm.
And she has a picture of the silhouette of who could it be and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she tweets at Sasha Banks or whatever. A lot of people are like, even Vince Russo is on Sports Kita. I'm gonna I think I have a soundbite, and Vince was really selling for it. He was like, good for them. Like he thinks that what they did was right. I guess my follow-up question is, do you think this is something that is right? Like, do you think they're right for doing this, for standing up for their business? For they're independent contractors.
No, they're not. Let's get that very straight. Everyone's an independent contractor unless you work for the WWE. So, those contracts are worded in such a way that, once they sign it, because they're going to sign it, of course they are, they're locked into a bunch of stuff that independent contractors wouldn't be locked into. But I get your point. Go ahead, continue.
I'm just saying, technically, an independent contract. They don't have to fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to, but WWE doesn't have to keep them on the roster.
Right.
Main roster. Do you think WWE? Because everybody's expendable. I think the only person that is not expendable, and he may be too, is Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, they'll move on without him.
They don't care. You're not bigger than like what was it? Remember when Brock Lesnar walked backstage and threw the belt at Vince?
Right.
What was the situation there again?
I don't even remember. Probably shitty creative.
But that's the thing. Like people can get away with this, and I'm wondering if the two young ladies are taking advantage of society and the way things are now, if that makes any sense, and making a power play move. Because what's Vince? What are you gonna do, Vince? You're gonna fire 2 black female, wrestlers on your roster, on your main roster. You know,
It's a smart move on their part.
You know what? I don't do this a lot, but you've earned it, girls. If that is the power play move, all right, relax, guys, calm down. Oh, it's getting louder. Come on, calm down. Enough. If that's the move they did, what are the changes coming? Will there be changes?
Well, it's going to be the same thing.
I'm sorry. A vote of no confidence by the board of directors of the WWE. I mean, like, where's it going to go, bro?
It's a vote of no confidence. This isn't Star Wars Episode 1, okay? Look, I don't know what the changes are going to be. Probably the changes are just something that they say on the surface to get everybody back and get the feathers unruffled, and then they just continue to bury them like they always do. It's the WWE has no problem playing a long game with talent. They'll lock people up under long-term contracts and then just starve them. That's what they do, and they enjoy it. And that's probably what prompted this incident in the first place. Because when they talked Sasha Banks into coming back last time, it probably eventually led to this again by their behaviors. And we have no idea what goes on a day-to-day basis behind the scenes, that, things that are said to people behind closed doors, or just the different things that go on. And they're not going to say it. Sasha and Naomi aren't going to say it. They're not going to put that out there. To a comment that was earlier, speaking on that topic, there's an earlier comment from Lawrence saying, I've seen 0 tweets from current talent about it. Well, if you're talking about WWE, that means they're directed not to say it. Like, you better not tweet anything about this, or you're going to get, you're going to face the consequences. And half those people don't even run their accounts. These are WWE run accounts. You know what I mean? Like, do you really think everybody on WWE runs their own Twitter? Of course not. They're barely allowed to have it. So, but to answer the question of, did they do the right thing? In a way, I think they did, because this is the only way that anybody will ever learn a lesson, is when you do something radical. If you try to do it the politically, like the correct way, the professional way, then nothing ever changes. You have to do something radical to get people to stand up and take notice. And you have to put your career on the line. You have to put your career at risk in order to get a reward for something like that. The only thing I would say, being in their position, is I would just think about the people, the innocent people that really have nothing to do with this. So like any of the fans, any of the little kids and whatever that came to see me that night, I wouldn't want to do that to them. So I would handle that business off the air. Like, okay, I'll do your shitty match. And then after the show's over, throw the belts on Johnny Ace's desk and say, I won't be reporting to SmackDown. I won't be reporting to the next Raw. You know what I mean? You can talk to my lawyer or whatever.
Right.
That's what I would do. I would get the show done just so the people in the building, didn't have a LeBron James managing minutes situation.
Interesting. Yeah. This is a pretty big deal that these girls did this. I think the only thing that kind of reminds me of something like this happening, remember back when CM Punk was WWE champion, and he legit left the company with the belt.
Oh, that wasn't legit, Ray. That was actually.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
What about AJ Styles? Let's go further back. Do you remember when AJ Styles was TNA champion?
Mm-hmm.
And he took that belt and went to Japan with it, and they had
planned.
to strip him of the title.
That was a planned thing.
That was a plan. Oh, fuck.
Actually, I don't know about that one, but
I heard it wasn't. That the CM Punk thing. I mean, no, the AJ Styles thing. I heard that was not a plan.
That was not planned.
No, he really wasn't happy with the company, and he wasn't going to resign. He felt like, he was the heart and soul of TNA, which he was.
Yeah, at that time, yeah.
And from the beginning, he was there from day one, bro. And the company was basically built around this guy. And then Hogan brought all these fucking losers in. Yeah. Anyway, this is interesting. I can't wait to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, really.
I really want to see if Vince McMahon has the grapefruits to fire these girls or to bury them. I mean, something's gonna happen. Something is going to happen. It's either going to be positive change or it's just going to get worse. Like, what are the contracts going to look like moving forward now because of this? You think about that?
It doesn't matter what the contracts look like, because if you're just going to walk out on it, what can they do?
What if in the contract you can't walk out of it? Like, you can't walk out, or if you do walk out, there's a monetary you have to pay back certain,
Well, I see what you're saying. Well, I don't know, man. They got
fines,
a choice.
You get fined.
Sure.
For leaving the main roster.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know.
You know what we need? Guards! More guards! See, I don't have those sound bites, so I'm just gonna do my best.
They're supposed to stand there at the exit and make sure that they don't leave. Like,
yes.
I don't think so, ladies.
Right?
And then Shasha grabs the guy by the back of the neck and just throws him in the wall.
That's
and,
it.
They just
with their medium polo shirts and their arms folded, like you said.
Yep.
With their fucking high fades with the ponytails.
Yeah, I was gonna say the ponytails. Yeah.
Fucking main roster. All right. So, can you wrap this little story up in a bow for us?
Well, no matter what, work, shoot, whatever, I'm always going to side with the talent, unless they do something that's so ridiculous that absolutely indefensible, But if we're just talking about disputes over things like this, I see the word unprofessional thrown around a lot. Let's not start talking about unprofessional when we're talking about the WWE, okay? You want to talk about how many times they've done unprofessional shit to the people that work for them, that break their backs literally for them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to hear unprofessional when we're talking about the WWE, talking about it in relation to anybody else. You know what I mean? This is I don't care how you dress it up. This is still a circus tent, okay? And this is still a carnival, bunch of whack jobs. This is I don't care if you dress them in suits and change the circus tent to skyscrapers. This shit is still a circus.
Ooh, Sid Justice and Sid Vicious and Mean Mark Enos, the skyscrapers.
Yeah, them, Danny Spivey.
Yeah. Oh, Danny Spivey. I'm sorry.
And Mean Mark.
Danny Spivey and Mean Mark. Yes.
Yeah.
Skyscrapers.
And Sid.
He was
there were all three of them where one of them replaced somebody. But yeah.
Danny Spivey, I think, replaced Sid. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, the point is, I'm always going to side with the workers. I'm not going to side with the WWE.
Okay. All right. Well, we will, listen, guys, continue to listen to channelattitude.com, HMG. Listen to my boys over at the PWC, Jimmy T. What's the other handsome guy's name? The Canadian guy. Come on. Chris Ams. Jesus Christ. I drew a blank. Sorry, Chris. He's very big. He's a very big Canadian boy. Big beard and stuff. Very nice guy. Listen to those guys at the PWC, the Pro Wrestling Coalition. I love them very much. Also, the PW Hustle. They're Oh, 8-track. Anyway, hey, Vet, do you want to be like Cody Rhodes?
Ooh, tell me how.
Well, apparently, WWE is in development. Here we go. They're going to have removable neck tattoos available at your live events. What do you think? And WWEshop.com.
Bro, the instant Cody Rhodes got that neck tattoo, I said that. I was like, he better sell. I said, well, first of all, I said, that better be a removable tattoo that he just got. And then I said, he'd be an idiot if he didn't sell his own. And I guess he's an idiot because he waited until the WWE was going to take a cut. He could have had 100% of that merch if he was in AEW still.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So that was the second story. I think it's funny. A quick little story here. Apparently MJF, I don't know if you've seen this, deleted a tweet. He deleted a tweet, which is kind of, he doesn't do that, after defending Nash Carter. So now I'm this is WrestleStink.com. This is a kickoff of a story prior to this. It says, as noted, WWE. All right, so we know about WWE releasing NXT star Nash Carter, aka Zachary Wentz. I think it was about last month, over the the whole photo of him impersonating Adolf Hitler, right? So it says, let me see here. AEW star MJF defended the former WWE NXT tag team champion on Twitter. It was yesterday morning, if I'm correct. It says MJF had written, "I lived with this man. He is not an anti-Semite. Stop virtual signaling, and let the man do his job." Your thoughts on that, real quick?
A little out of character for MJF to come to someone's aid. I thought the tweet was going to be burying him more, but apparently not.
The thing is that it's not a thing of, maybe he's not an anti-Semite, right? But it's like, let's say you, Vet, right? I know, Vet, that there is not a racist bone in your body, right?
Right.
I know that for a fact. I can say that. Vet is not a racist. But if the Vet goes to a company party dressed as Bojangles with blackface and the white gimmick over his mouth, he's going to get fired.
Yes.
You think?
Companies have social media policies.
Do they?
Yes. The bigger the company, the more strict the policy.
Jeez. So, I mean, it is out of character that he defended his boy. I don't blame him for taking down the tweet, but in this world of, like, this is why, guys, you have to be careful what the fuck you tweet. You got to stand behind what you tweet, because look, boom, they had it right here. Look, it's right here. Look at the tweet. Look at the tweet right here. There it is. As soon as you put this shit up, there it is. I live with this man. He is not an anti-Semite. Stop virtue signaling. Let the man do it. What does he mean by virtue? So virtue signaling. He thinks that what is he trying to say?
Isn't that when people call out other people for bad things to sound virtuous themselves? You know, like, yes. Hey, okay, look, let's face it, right? Anytime anybody's on Twitter doing anything, doesn't matter what they're doing, they're basically saying, hey, look at me. I'm here. I know you're all thinking about this other stuff, but don't forget about me, you know? So virtue signaling is, you know, it's like, that's when people call stuff out just to sound like they're virtuous.
Okay.
They may not even really care about the situation, but at least they can try to sound like a hero. Do
you think he took that tweet down to, how can I put this? You think he took that tweet down so that his chances to go to the WWE would stay good? That's the most simple way I could put it.
I think I don't know. I'm disappointed that he made the tweet in the first place. I'm disappointed if MJF ever tweets anything that isn't in character. Like his,
he never does that. That's why it's weird.
He gets it, and you know, I've been very happy with him and his career. So to see something like this, like, you know what I would do if I were MJF and I wanted to do something is first I would contact him personally if it's his friend. And Bobo's got a definition of virtue signaling, which we'll get to in a moment.
Yep. We'll leave that up there.
I would I would contact him personally and say, hey man, you know, we're boys. I'm on your side, but I'm about to tweet this. And then I'd fucking bury him.
Main roster.
Right. Same thing with you, Ray. If I was gonna do something in character as a vet, I would reach out to you personally. No one would ever know. I'd be like, I'm gonna do this, just letting you know. Is it cool? And you'll be like, yeah, it's cool. And then I'll fucking bury you. But since I reached out, you know what I'm about, right?
Yeah, but you buried me even without. You know.
Exactly. But just for the sake of argument. Here.
Oh yes, yeah, sure. Why not?
Right. I would never say.
I do listen to the Impact Attack, so I hear you guys bury me all the time.
Exactly, and the point is, it would never be anything I wouldn't say to your face or haven't said to your face. You can admit that, right? So, that's all I'm trying to say. And just one real quick. Okay, so let's read Baba's Wikipedia definition or whatever.
Before we do that, I just need you to know that the vet has called me a fat bitch to my face many times.
I don't think I have, but I would admit it if I did.
You said a fat punk ass bitch ass motherfucker.
Never said that. It sounds like you're freestyling it right now.
That wasn't you.
The virtue signaling, the action or practice of publicly expressing opinions or sentiments intended to demonstrate one's good character or the moral correctness of one's position on a particular issue. So that's the long version of what I said. And just for the record, Jerome Hall, you absolutely can dress up as me for Halloween next year. And you're going to need a lot of white paint because I don't see the sun very much. I don't see the sun very much at all. But you have my permission. It's right here. It's recorded. You can play it for anybody that questions you.
I don't know, man. He might be able to get away with it. Like White Chicks. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That would not get over now. Or would it?
It didn't really get over then, but, well, it kind of did. I hear way too many people like that movie.
You want to hear something absolutely ridiculous? Sure. My father, God bless him, up in heaven, one of his last very favorite movies, for some fucking reason, was White Chicks. My dad didn't watch those movies. He watched, old war flicks. He watched, fucking what's the cowboy, the racist cowboy? Well, come here, you pilgrim. I'm gonna.
John Wayne.
Don't be black. Yeah, that guy. He fucking hated black people. That guy was a piece of shit. But my dad didn't. He didn't know. He didn't know no better. For some reason, he absolutely adored that movie so much that he actually bought it on DVD. Wow. I don't know why. I don't like the movie. I think it's stupid. They look terrible. But for some reason,
there was the scene where they sing 1,000 miles was kind of funny, and then I think there was something funny with Terry Crews too later, but other than those two things, that was definitely when the Wayans brothers, they were on their decline of, forgetting everything they ever knew about being funny. But neither here nor there, as you would say.
We're happy and we're silly and we're colored.
Give me a high five.
That was a great fucking show, bro.
That was a good show.
Top 5 Wayans brothers shows.
That one. Well, that's not number 1. In Living Color, probably number 1.
Jeez, of course. Were there more?
No, just them 2.
Oh, okay.
And then 3 shows to be named later.
Right, no kidding.
No, the Damon Wayans. What was the show? My Wife and Kids.
Oh, that was a great fucking show.
That's a good show.
That was not good. That was a really, really, not for nothing. I know we're off topic here, but this was Gina, and that's all I know her as, Gina, coming off of being Gina, and we knew her only as Gina, Martin's girl, and before that, from House Party and from The Little Shop of Horrors, she was one of the singers. What a career that girl's had, but the chemistry between her and Damon Wayans was phenomenal. Really, really good show. I enjoyed.
All the kids were good. The kids were funny.
They replaced the original daughter. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I do. I remember.
But it's so funny because I'd say about 2 weeks ago I was watching, I was home on a Thursday, and I was watching it. They have it on BET and stuff. I was watching it, and I usually block that channel, but I put it back up anyway. So I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, I'm not. So no, but so I watch BET a lot. All right, guys, it's fine. It's fucking great content they have there. So I'm watching BET and I'm watching this show, and the show was when Junior, his son, discovered the beauty of masturbation.
Right.
And everywhere he went, he would get like catalogs. He just masturbate over. I think he took a Miss Butterworth with him or something.
Dude, Damon Wayans had a great stand-up bit about his son, talking the same exact subject, which I don't know how much he put into the show, but like
Probably a ton.
But he would say that like when you're that age, any little thing will set you off. He said his son would come in and be like, "Oh, spaghetti again. I'll be right back."
That's so funny. That's so funny. I remember my go-to back in the day was we got these Finger Hut. Was it Finger Hut? These catalogs. It wasn't Finger Hut. Macy's?
Finger Hut sounds pornographic, but
no, but it's not.
It is in fact not. It's very boring catalog where you overpay for stuff in a layaway program.
Right. But I'm talking about Macy's. I think it was Macy's, and they would have that section where they're selling like women's
lingerie.
Underwear. Oh yeah, do that. Anyway, my mother.
Uh-oh.
Yo, real quick, my mom found several Macy's. She says, "Where's my Macy's magazine?" She went.
You didn't give them back?
I had them stashed in this hiding spot on top of the cabinet in my room. And there was like 12 of them. She's like, "Why are you saving all these?" Dude, that shit's awkward. Anyway, last story of the day. I don't know if you heard about this, but apparently Ric Flair is going to have one last match. Now, the rumor was, and I had heard this rumor well before it came out into this dirt sheets, was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was to be his final competitor at StarCast 5. But as it turns out, and this is according to, let me see where I get this from, WrestleStink.com. I'm reading this verbatim. It turns out Ricky the Dragon Steamboat will not be taking part in Ric Flair's retirement match at StarCast 5, after all, while confirming a Fightful Select report that he was approached for the match at the event. The 69-year-old former NWA World Heavyweight Champion said he would not be a part of the match. Continues saying, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat says, "Listen, brother." No, he doesn't talk that way.
Yeah, he doesn't talk. You're thinking of Jimmy Snuka.
He's
Jimmy the Superfly Snuka.
"Hey, listen, brother. I ain't getting hit with no coconut again, brother." Anyway, listen, the guy's not going to do it no more, man. Basically says, well, I was approached and had given it some serious thought. So he thought about this shit. Jesus Christ. He says, a lot of respect to the guy in the ring. I thought about it for a few weeks. Just recently, I declined on it. He continues saying, I know when I wrestled Jericho at WrestleMania 25, which was pretty fucking cool. Then we had the return match at Backlash and a singles match. But at 69, I know it's a 6-man tag. I could get a title. All right, so he's not going to do it. Dude, Ric Flair is going to have one more match. Who should his opponent be?
Nobody.
Should it be an old timer like no. Sergeant Slaughter?
It should just be somebody that's not going to hurt him. Listen.
Who's that?
I don't know. Okada. How about Okada? The greatest wrestler.
How about Jay Lethal?
I don't know. Jay might hurt him. Ric Flair supposedly retired at WrestleMania 24. That was supposed to be the retirement. I don't know what year was that even? I don't even remember what year that was.
I'll look it up, but I just want to give a shout out to Labrat, Classified Chappie, and Lawrence Weaver, who are in the chat now. I feel like I missed somebody, but
they've been in the chat.
Have they been in
the chat since the roll call? Well, Classified Chappie just got here.
Okay, so then my bad.
Else,
let me find out when that match was. That was WrestleMania what?
24, I believe. But yeah, so WrestleMania 24, we could do some quick math. That was 12 years ago. Was 2010? Something like that.
I'm gonna find out right now, my brother. Let me see. WrestleMania 24. Okay, when did it take place?
Which one did we just have? 36? 38?
I believe so. All right, so that took place in 2008.
2008. Okay.
Wow.
Ric Flair was the shits then. And this was basically like them forcing him to retire because he fucking can't do it anymore. You know? So that, and you're not going to get a better retirement than that. He just can't stop. He just can't let it go. He came back in TNA, right? And embarrassed himself there.
Oh, dude.
And now he just can't let it go. And after he almost died recently, you know, with all this, like, what kind of a match would this be to say that this is your last match? You had a last match that anybody would have loved to have with Shawn Michaels.
That was beautiful.
Told a great story, put a good capper on it. You can't go out better than that, and he refuses to go out. Ric Flair he has a problem. He just will not stop doing this. He thinks he can go.
Can I just put into perspective something here? Ric Flair had his first match. He started training in 1971. Had his first match with the AWA in 1972. He wrestled with WCW or NWA from 1974 to 1991. I mean, Jesus Christ. How many years is that?
50 years. Maybe that's why he wants to do one last one, and you know, to make it so that he's had 50 years of wrestling.
I'm just trying to see when his TNA run was. He wrestled in New Japan 95 and 96. I knew he wrestled in Japan younger.
Yeah, New Japan and WCW did a lot of cross promotion. One of those Starcades was like all WCW versus New Japan at that time.
That was the one they did from Japan, right? From the Tokyo Dome.
I think it was in America. Starcade.
No, I think it was the Tokyo Dome. They had one Starcade. That was a big deal. When they had Great Muta and all these guys.
Well, either way, they had a working relationship back then. So.
Okay, so all right. So he did Evolution from 2005 to 2008. He wrestled part time from 2008 2009. He did Ring of Honor. That's when he wrestled Hulk Hogan. At Ring of Honor, do you remember that?
In Ring of Honor, Hulk Hogan?
No. Yeah. Let me see something here.
I forgot that.
Take a look at this. This makes me believe that the Mandela effect is a thing. Because I do not remember this at all. Does anybody remember this match?
Are people just
What the fuck is this? This is a Hulkamania tour.
That ain't even Ring of Honor, bro.
It says Ring of Honor.
Shit ain't Ring of Honor. That's probably like for one of Hulk Hogan's reality shows or something.
No, seriously, it says Ring of Honor, brother. Main roster.
Whatever.
The Hulkamania tour. Ring of Honor. Anyway. So he did all of that after that fucking beautiful finish at WrestleMania. And then he went to TNA. He was only in TNA for 2 years?
I guess. Because the WWE like tried to save him from himself and sign him up to a Legends deal so he would stop doing stupid shit. And then he fucked that up.
What is this? Immortal and second retirement. So he retired again in 2012. And he returned again to the WWE 2012 to 2021. And now he's getting set for his last match. That's interesting. That's crazy. So what's the math, guys? 1971. You say that's right? That would be the beginning. Well, 1972 to now, to 2020. It's 50 years? Jesus. I haven't been alive 50 years. This guy's been wrestling for 50 fucking years, man.
And Luthez wrestled into his 80s, but he didn't have the health problems Ric Flair had.
How old was Greg Gagne when
Greg
Gagne, like Vern Gagne, because he was still doing drop kicks. I remember in AWA when he was like the 60s, right? 70s.
I don't know, but
Well, do you think he'll die in that? He'll die in the ring. Is that what he wants?
I think that he must.
He has a death wish, this guy, man.
I'm just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do what you want, Ric Flair. You got at least 2 tickets from Lawrence Weaver and Frank's Pickle Barrel ass in the chat that you'll sell. So that's good. Go out in some guard armory somewhere. You know what I mean? Like that's exactly what you deserve. But that won't be enough. He'll have to do another one.
You think so?
He won't stop till he's dead.
He's broke.
Whose fault is that? Am I supposed to feel sorry for all of Ric Flair's mistakes? I didn't do that shit. Quit marrying people. How about that? Like when you don't ever want to have a wife, why do you keep getting married and having to make alimony payments? I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
Why am I supposed to have sympathy for Ric Flair?
But he's styling and profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun.
Yeah, you're right. I changed my mind. You know what, Rick? I support you.
Right. You can't keep those gators down. Those shoes cost more than your house vet.
Oh yeah. And he doesn't know what this sweatshirt costs because he'd be ashamed to wear it.
Shit. Diamonds are forever, right? And so is Ric Flair.
So is Ric Flair.
Just looking up quotes here. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you want to tie this up with a bow?
No.
Ric Flair will die in the ring. Probably.
I'll tie it up in a small package. The only move he could probably take.
NXT 2.0. YOLO! Hear me now. I'm really into the whole Ben Hameen thing. YOLO. Anyway.
Pretty good.
All right, it's NXT 2.0, ladies and gentlemen. This took place May 17th, 2022. The main event of the evening would be Santos Escobar versus Tony D'Angelo. How you doing over here?
Hey, forget about it.
Mama Loco.
It's a fugazi.
Now, before I watched this show, for some reason, a lot of people seem to like this on social media. A lot of people say this is one of the best NXTs we've had in quite some time. Vet, would it be?
Nah.
Would it be?
Nah, no, it's all right.
It was better than last week.
Probably.
And better
Not
than the
by
week
much, though.
before. Oh.
Not by a lot.
All right.
We're talking about a photo finish here.
You think so?
If the last 3 NXTs were a horse race.
Well, we're going to
It might be this week by a nose.
We're going to kick this show off by going to the moon. Woo, yeah! The most under babyface in the entirety of NXT 2.0. What is it? Colin is here. Why?
Just trying to get over.
Let's ignore him.
I was until you brought him up.
Shit. Cameron Grimes and Solo Sikoa versus Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. I got to tell you, man. Solo Sikoa, little by little, he's becoming one of my favorites. And apparently the fans really love the guy. He's got the rope gimmicks now. He's got the fucking Muay Thai Thailand fucking rope gimmicks on his fucking. All he needs is the headgear thing that they wear with the fucking ponytail in the back, and it's a wrap. He's done. He's got his matching gear, like really all set up. You know, a little white in it, which matches his white hand wraps and his white and black foot wraps. Starting to come together here, brother.
I want Tongpo. I want Tongpo.
What is that?
It's from Kickboxer.
Main roster.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, well, I can't speak for the fans, but why, is he really doing anything different to get over, or you just like him more? Is he just wearing you down? Street champion of the islands?
I don't know. He's a young Samoa Joe.
Okay.
That's what he is. You notice that we got WWE got rid of Samoa Joe, and they brought a new one in.
Oh,
That's
which
what it
just so
is.
happens to be related
Two.
one of the ladies that walked out on Monday night.
shit.
Ha ha!
Oh,
Yeah, he's
fuck.
buried. He's done.
He's
It's
done.
over.
You think he's done? Next week
He's
he loses.
Yeah,
Small
they just
packages
cost him
every
his
week?
job.
I would love somebody.
Sasha's ratchet.
Sasha's ratchet. Is that going to
Remember
be the? No.
You don't remember that?
Nah, bro.
Oh man, that was so over in NXT. Back when NXT was good, the fans would chant Sasha's ratchet,
She is fucking ratchet.
and then the when she was starting to get over like as a heel, but have fans, the other fans would be like, "No, she's not." So good times, man. Man,
Yeah, we had a lot of
I
that
wish
today.
we were watching that NXT. Why couldn't we have been reviewing NXT back in 2014, man?
2000. What the
hot.
fuck was I doing in 2014?
I don't know, but it should have been this. We should have been ahead of the curve.
Didn't we start the fucking Hami Media in 2014? I think we did.
Did we? All right.
Fuck it. I don't fucking know, bro.
Well, let's move on here because we got a lot of nothing to talk about, but we might go off on tangents, so we gotta try to bring this in around the 2-hour mark.
Whoa, baby.
So the only thing I didn't like about this match was Grimes doing that double Hurricane Rana thing. I always hated that move. It's
Bro.
so phony and ridiculous and impossible.
It makes no sense. You can't jump in the air, have the ability to squeeze your legs tight enough to grab both of the person's heads so that I guess they fuse together. I don't know how that works.
Exactly.
Oh, I know what it is. When he jumps in the air and he puts his legs over the guys and he squeezes his legs together, the ears act as suction cups. They have no other choice. That is a dumb move, and he's done it now 3 weeks in a row. Enough.
Yeah.
Fucking enough.
Enough. And oddly enough, Mello got pinned here instead of
Ooh.
Mello. You would think that they would have pinned Trick because he's like just the guy there to get beat, but instead they beat Carmelo Hayes, who doesn't miss. His T-shirt even said he doesn't miss, and yet he missed in this random tag match where you had a guy named Trick Williams that's not even known for being a wrestler, and you didn't beat him. I don't understand the booking. This is
because
dumb.
he's related to Naomi.
Trick is?
Carmelo.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Naomi's I think fourth cousin removed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you know their Uncle Jack?
No.
Yeah, well. I don't know, I made that up.
Okay. Pretty Deadly gets an interview. I know it picked up for you here.
Fucking shit. These guys are fucking they're great. I keep saying it every single week. They're great.
Was the side plate check over with you?
Bro, side plate check. What is
Side plate check.
Yo, what is it? They were like, they come off so ingenuous, right? Disingenuous. And they play up like, I was like, oh wow, these guys are acting bad. And then it was because they meant to act bad.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And then they go into their Pretty Deadly thing. Those guys, I'm telling you, dude, I see them and I'm like, those guys could have worked in 1985 in the NWA. Those guys could have worked in WWF in 1994 when they were doing the fucking doink and all that shit. Those guys could have worked in ECW with that fucking pretty boy gimmick shit. Those guys are great. I'm telling you, these guys are fucking phenomenal. If you guys have not watched Pretty Deadly, and
they don't even have matches really, so
bro,
we're like going based on the character alone.
They're getting over with character.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen them wrestle, and they're fucking good. So now they're incredibly good characters outside of the ring. They don't have to wrestle. They don't have to take tons of bumps. They're really good inside the ring. They're not small guys. Dude, they're great, man. They're great. They're my favorite thing on this TV.
Okay.
Pretty Deadly.
All right. Then Lash Legend comes in.
Oh fuck my life.
She's coming to the ring. But before we get to her match, we get a package for Thea Hale.
Who?
Exactly. Thea Hale. This package explains how she's a literal child and she's still in school. WWE's let her finish school. while
So
she's
creepy.
training. Now I've seen Thea Hale on a couple of matches. She's been on Level Up, and she's all right for 18. She couldn't have been. She literally can't have been doing this for long, and she's already better than some of the people I've seen that have been on TV multiple times. So
Do you think she got left back?
it's possible.
Because
How is she not graduated out of high school, but she's 18, right?
unless her birthday was in January, right?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out real quick. Please continue.
All right. Well, anyway, the next match is Tatum Paxley versus Lash Legend. Is there really anything to add about this match?
Hold on. Her name is Thea Hale.
Mm-hmm.
She was born April 8th. March, April, May. So then, yeah, she may have just turned, she just turned 18. Right?
Or maybe she went to kindergarten early.
Possibly. I mean, she has a phenomenal look, the girl. She looks good. She's like a little superhero. Adorable.
Yeah.
So were you asking me about Lash Legend?
Her match. Do you have anything to say about her and Tatum Paxley? This
She's
was a breakout tournament match.
Yeah, I'm gonna show people what this kid looks like. There we go. That's Thea Hale. She look like a little superhero,
Yeah, she's got like a little superhero gimmick going.
right? She's adorable. Make it bigger.
Yeah, she's brand new, and I've already seen her work twice. But she has yet to make her main NXT roster debut.
Main roster. Anyway, so that's Thea Hale, guys. For the people that didn't see NXT last night.
She's no Sloane Jacobs, says Frank.
No. This match.
Yeah, no, she's young. She's younger and prettier, and more talented in the ring.
This match, Lash Legend. Again, every time I see her in the ring, I'm like, oh wow, I can't believe this is the same girl that we watched, only 2 months ago. I think she's gotten exponentially better.
She's got the it.
Yeah.
That's never the issue.
She's a big girl too. So that's the thing. Also, Tatum Paxley. I wanted to see how she measured up. She's not a small girl either. I'm assuming. Tatum Paxley, because Lash Legend, what is she, like 6'2" or something like that? She's an WNBA player, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was fine.
All right. So Tony and the family are in front of a random brick wall. Tony's still dressing like a Balboa instead of a Corleone, so that's a little disappointing to see. I mean, we're trying to tell you, Tony, put the suit on.
Bro.
We're done with the velour track gimmicks.
Lash Legend is only 5'11".
Yeah, they look pretty tall though. 5'11's a gigantic for
A woman?
Mm-hmm.
I dated one girl that was my height. That was
Wow.
about 5'11". Yeah. It was weird. See if you understand this. When used to kissing a woman, I know a lot of you guys have never done that.
Right.
But,
And some of you are married.
you're right. Exactly. I'm sure. You may now kiss the bride. She's like, no.
Yeah.
That's over. But, you lean down, you turn your head a little bit and, you go in.
Right.
When I was dating this girl, it was like right there.
Oh.
And it was weird. She wasn't a big girl. She was, athletic build or whatever. And she was, I don't know. It was weird. It's weird.
Right.
I wonder if that's the same thing for a woman when she's dating a short guy. When she's like 5'9", and he's like 5'6".
Let's ask Frank.
Frank, how many short men have you kissed? Tell us how that feels. Okay.
Yeah. So we get a promo for NXT live events. Hey guys, NXT's coming to a Florida town in your area. So if you don't want to sit there and watch this shit on TV, maybe you'd like to just get in a car and get up on the highway and sit in a small building like Frank's Kiss 27 Men.
27 men. Good for you.
Yeah, maybe you can see an NXT live event in the same building that Ric Flair's going to work his 6-man tag in. Okay. Next, we get a Duke Hudson interview. And
You pop me with this.
Rick Steiner Jr. walks through the interview and says, "Hit my music."
Shit.
And Duke Hudson's like, hey. And then Junior, but they forget all about him, and Junior goes for the in-ring promo. Gacy's up in the crow's nest, and they book themselves in a match.
Just like here. He's back here. See him?
Yeah. That's it. That's the shot. Ray's in the crow's nest. He's actually doing his podcast from the crow's nest right here.
I'm above the crow's nest.
He's above
There's another level. Did you know that?
It's the next level, would you say?
Level up. I just leveled up, folks. But anyway, please continue.
Oh, there's nothing to say. They booked themselves in a match where Braun agrees to it, that if he gets disqualified, he loses his championship.
So I wanted to make a point about bringing this up. That's one of my that's a really old school rule that I haven't seen that in. I remember NWA used to do that a lot. WWF used to do that quite sometimes. I think the last time I'm wrong, but it was a Tito Santana match where if he lost, I think he was Intercontinental Champion. Was it against Greg Valentine? Might have been.
Probably.
And because Latino, he had the what was it that Ventura would say? He had the hot Latin anger, or whatever the fuck he would say, some racist shit. Chico Santana. Have you ever heard Killer Cross do?
Yes, I have.
Wow, he does a phenomenal Jesse Ventura. It's the back gorilla. I can't do.
No, that's not too bad.
No, it's bad. But anywho,
Killer Cross or nothing.
But so what happened here is Joe Gacy manipulated a hot-headed Braun Breaker, Rick Steiner Jr. For this match, which will So now, just so you guys know, now I'm gonna ask you a question. Now we've been watching NXT. Now we've been doing this for what, a year? Reviewing the show together. Yeah. Clench fist, chokes, all those things are legal. Are they not going to be legal for this match now?
Right. You're going to see more rules enforced than you ever have.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's going to kick him low, and the referee's he'll maybe claim that, he got kicked in the balls. Like pulling the hair, all this shit they do. Especially the clenched fist. Has that changed? Has that rule changed in wrestling?
Allegedly, the WWE at some point decided in the past, I don't know, sometime in the past 10 years that closed fist punches were legal. But in every other promotion, literally, it's, against the rules. But it's all at the referee's discretion.
And what about chokes? So now finishers. What's that, buddy?
5 seconds.
No, it's more than
you
that.
Get 5 seconds. You get 5 seconds to choke a guy, and then you're disqualified.
Before, if you put the sleeper hold, the referee would check to see if the arm was around the chin.
Yeah, but if he caught you, you had 5 seconds to break it, or you were disqualified.
I think that all ended when Taz started putting people in the kata hajime. Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Kata hajime.
Well,
Taz mission.
Yeah, which was the interesting thing about that is a judo choke involving the gi. So if you're not wearing a gi, you can't really put that on somebody. But whatever, let's not spoil the fun of pro wrestling.
See, Vet, you are on point with that, number one. Number two, what should have happened at the end of every Taz match is that he should have had a bag, like a sack. Remember how Jake the Snake Roberts came out? Full of T-shirts or gis, and then when he knocks you down, he puts the gi on you and then chokes you out.
just to choke you. He gives you extra gear just so he can choke you.
That's it. He just fucking...
Just get a different finish.
He just...
he suplexed you on your head 5 times already before that. You just pin him after one of those. Anyway.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, so's this whole feud with Joe Gacy and this whole gimmick with Joe Gacy and basically everything with Joe Gacy. And can Joe Gacy just walk out? Can he walk out and just test his luck with the office?
You know what, Vet? Don't worry about that, because soon it's going to be Braun Breaker versus Duke Hudson in a casino match.
In a casino battle royale.
That's so funny.
2 people.
Oh God. With a big
all right.
chip, with a big fucking chip. So fucking stupid. Remember the brass ring AEW
Yes.
match?
It looked like a donut. It looked like a hemorrhoid donut.
It looked like a. I thought it looked like the Sonic the Hedgehog thing or a half sucked on lifesaver. Stupid
Yeah.
fucking AEW sucks, bro. So
It sucks.
stupid.
It's still better than this show, though.
Oh,
Indy
yes.
does a promo. She calls out Mandy. I mean, that's the gist of it. Nothing really else to say.
Oh,
there.
Mandy.
The Viking Raiders come in. Viking Raiders, you remember them? They never lost in NXT until they did. Wes Lee got an interview. He says that Zion is not medically cleared to face him. So Nathan Fraser is happy to step in and take his place. So we may get that later.
I think I said this last week, Vet. But I really like Nathan Frazier. I didn't think I would. I don't know what it is. There's something about him coming in. He's like, hey, hey, love. He's like, he doesn't like. He's very natural. He's like, hey,
Right.
You want a match? I'll give you a match. Yeah, whatever. It'd be cool. I'm up for the challenge. He's so he's a likable fucking guy. He's very likable. I wish he was fucking 6 feet tall. But
well, he's in shape, and he can do pretty much anything you want him to in that ring, for better or worse. So
I like him a lot, man.
We'll see where he goes. There had been a reason they imported him.
I gotta tell you
Because
something.
there's a lot of white guys that do flips over in NXT UK, and they must have wanted him for a reason.
I'll tell you something right now. And I want you to remember this when I say this, guys. Because this is the same thing I said about what's his face. God, the kid that's in WWE now that you got the push from Vince McMahon. The young kid takes the selfies. What's his name?
Theory.
Same thing I said about Theory when I saw him at NXT. I saw like a big star in this kid. Nathan Frazier. Hear me out. I see a little young Danny O'Brien in him.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that's
Stop it.
I'm not kidding, bro. This is how I feel about that kid.
He can't work, though. Daniel Bryan can work.
Yeah, but could Danny O'Brien work when he first started?
Yes.
Nathan Frazier.
Somehow he trained by Shawn Michaels. He came through out the womb working.
Nathan Frazier is only 23 years old. He's a baby.
Yeah.
He's only been wrestling for 4 years.
Right. Well, like a lot of people in his age group, he learned to fly before he could crawl. So he's ever since the moment I saw him, he's been doing flips and dives out of the ring. I don't know. We'll just give him some time. We'll put him in the maybe pile. But now we get
pile.
Yeah, we got the Creeds versus the Viking Raiders here. Creeds come out with the Diamond Mine.
He's 5'7", bro.
I'm saying
It's my wife's height.
Much like Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan's lucky to be 5'7" if he's standing on his toes.
My wife is 5'7".
Well,
that's
is
crazy.
your wife the best wrestler in the world?
Ooh.
Don't answer that. That's
Can
all
I tell
off-air
you?
conversation.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Ooh.
All right. So
The other night.
she doesn't listen to the show, but that one time she decides to give it a shot and support you.
I don't know. All I know is that I had to clean off the mirror across from the bed.
All right.
Yay.
Well, here's the opposite of that.
roster.
The Creed brothers versus the Viking Raiders. So, what'd you think of this?
Oh, I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a really good match between these two guys. I enjoyed it. Two teams that they match up very, very well. The Viking Raiders are devoid of any type of charisma. I think in ring they're just two big fucking monsters. The Creed brothers have a lot of charisma. I think in the ring.
A lot of yelling dude bro charisma. Yes,
Yeah.
Screaming, yelling.
But what Brutus is the thicker guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's just fucking so strong. The fact that the way he picks up these Viking Raiders, he's deadlifting these 300-pound dudes straight off the ground into German suplexes. Like, that shit is crazy. Like I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, that is insane strong. And even his skinnier brother is really fucking strong. When he tried to do the superplex off the time, like, is he gonna do that? It was a fun match. It was really good. I liked the finish. It made sense, because they didn't want any help, and then you had what's his name, Roderick Strong, trying to help, I guess you would say again, and that basically leads to interference. And they have what's his name? What's the brother? The fucking wrestling brothers.
Well, they're calling him Damon Kemp, so let's go with that.
Let's go. So Sean Kemp's in the corner. All right, he's about to throw an alley-oop, distracting. And yeah, man.
To himself and dunk it.
Sure, why not? Sean Kemp could do that, by the way, back in the day. For people that don't know who Sean Kemp is, him and
I'm sure people have put together lovely highlight reels on YouTube.
Oof. But anywho, this was a really, really good match. This is probably one of my favorite matches of the night. And this being the first match, right? No, the second match?
I think it is the second match.
Yeah, because we had the females.
Yeah, there's been a lot of no, it's the third match because Paxley and Legend was the second match, and then
this is all right. So we're 3 matches in, and I'm like, okay, this got my attention. What with a critical eye, Vet, what did you see that you would have changed in this match, or was it good for you?
It was fine. I this was kind of my putting my socks on match, so I didn't really take a look at the critical aspects of it, but it felt like the people were having some fun with it. So
yeah, they were into this match. It was good, very good, guys. Good job.
But yeah. So Legado del Fantasma does a promo in front of some purple smoke, and Santos says he's going to go it alone here. So yeah, and then we get okay. This is Tiffany Stratton and
Grayson Waller.
You know, it would be great because I picture you have a great announcing voice, Ray. Like if you were doing ring announcing.
Sure.
So like, you would do like, and in this corner, and then you do the whole thing for the opponent. And then when you get to the other guy, how the old time announcers would repeat the last name like you do there with Waller. So it'd be great if you could do like, in this corner, blah, blah, blah. And then over here, but then you just go into that little Grayson Waller. Yeah.
You know where I got the double last name from, right? You're a Yankees fan.
Old time. Well, yeah, they do that too, right? But any of those old time radio broadcasting for like boxing and stuff like that, that was a thing. Even wrestling used to do that. Like in some of those MSG WWF shows, like the announcer would do the
Bruno Sammartino. I got it
just in case there was a person like Bruno. Who? Oh, Sammartino. That's right. That's why I bought the ticket. Okay, I got it. Go ahead.
I got it from one of my favorite voices of all time, and it's the legendary rest in peace Bob Shepard. We used to now coming to bat, shortstop number 2, Derek Jeter, number 2. I loved it, bro.
And they didn't. And when Bob Shepard passed away, like Derek Jeter kept that, right?
He did.
Like he kept that announcing
until he retired.
That's awesome.
And they have the new guy now, and he's just like hey, up to bat, Derek Jeter. And they're like, oh, shut the fuck up, Aaron Judge. Yeah.
You're booing the announcing guy.
You telling me he didn't have a son, Bob Shepard?
Oh no, man.
Number 2.
Well, anyway, Grayson Waller and Tiffany Stratton are gonna, she wants him to handle the chase situation, whatever that means. Okay. So an intrepid NXT reporter catches Junior walking out to the parking lot, and then Duke interrupts him. Says, oh, you don't like how that feels, do you? And then
Duke's wearing the vest again, by the way.
He's wearing the vest.
He's got a shirt.
That's the big difference here. And
his hair is grown out. Apparently, his hair can grow back.
Yes.
Didn't think you noticed that.
I did. Next week. We have a match next week.
You'll have long hair next week.
Okay. Now we got Grayson Waller. You want to say it again, or I'll just give it to him.
Grayson. All right, hold on. Now coming to the ring, number 1, Grayson Waller. Number 1. There you go.
All right. So I gotta ask this, right, before we get into the match.
Okay.
Okay, Grayson Waller here.
Sure.
Smack dab in the middle of the show, feuding with Andre Chase, the mascot of NXT. Is the experiment over? Or is it just on hold for now?
With Grayson?
Yeah, because they really pushed him hard for a minute and tried to make it seem like he was going to be the next big deal. Even getting on Raw a couple times.
Well,
and then now he's just back to whatever.
Well, we don't know what his attitude is like backstage.
Right.
You know, it's all about attitude, you know, not actual in-ring skill or look or anything like that. It's about, you know, whose hand you shake and whose seat you give. And, you know how it goes. Who knows? It could be on pause.
Okay.
But I don't think, see, what we have
right now is a teachable moment.
And that moment is that Andre Chase.
Did somebody say Andre Chase? No, no one said that.
I just said it. Andre Chase is a phenomenal in-ring talent. I love watching that guy wrestle. He is so good. And would you say that Andre Chase is a good worker?
I probably at this point, yeah.
I love him in the ring. I don't think this is a step down for him, even though I know what you mean. He's been on Raw. He was in title contention and all that other shit.
No, we love Andre Chase. We're not talking about necessarily the spot in the card, but we think about how we've seen Grayson Waller versus how they were really going. It seemed like they were really very focused on him, and now he's not the focus. That's more so what I'm saying here.
Well, they're going to do that. I mean, do you think that's one of those things where they're testing him or whatever? Possible.
Maybe.
See how he reacts. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what the kid's like outside the ring. I don't know what he's like backstage and catering or whatever the fuck people say. Maybe he's really arrogant in real life. Maybe that's him. You know, maybe he rubs somebody the wrong way. Maybe Shawn Michaels like, you know, kid, we'll take something away from this kid, you know, and they'll put him in some mid-card matches and lower card matches and have him lose here and there. But Grayson Waller goes over here. So I don't, it's not like he's being buried, as the kids say on the internet now.
No, it's not getting buried, but I don't know. It just seems like a different energy that they're projecting on him. I don't know. Well,
I know
usually, like to your point about the guys' attitudes and stuff, usually the more obnoxious you are on TV, it seems like the nicer of a guy you are in real life. That's generally been my experience, or with heels or anything like that. So,
right.
He's probably fine, but I mean,
I would say that it's probably, like you said, it's probably a test. You know, see how the kid would react to, you know, being pushed down the card a little bit. But I noticed WWE, what they do is they'll build somebody up, right? And then they'll bring them all the way down. And if that person can swim, they'll come back up again. So I believe, I might be wrong, he had the big spots and everything like that. He'll be in this mid-card, lower mid-card or whatever for a couple of months. And then they'll shoot him back up to a world title shot. Who knows? Maybe they even put the world belt on him, or maybe even that Intercontinental, whatever, that North American title on him. Well, and then he'll go to the main roster. He'll go to the main roster.
Anything's better than Joe Gacy. Just an extra note on this match: Saray is the special guest flag bearer for Chase U this week. So
yes.
All right.
Good for her.
Toxic Lounge. We're in the Toxic Lounge. It's very toxic in there.
Super toxic.
These ladies are complaining about complaining. They don't like that other people complain about them, so they're complaining about that. And then we get RBB's corny acting here, Mandy Rose's hotness here, Gigi's just standing there here, Anything to add?
No.
Okay. Now business picks up because Roxy enters.
Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez.
Adorable.
Best wrestler on the show. And then we get a Diamond Mine backstage deal.
A Diamond Mine meltdown.
Right. Yeah. This is or an implosion, if you will. Or what is it? What do you call it when a cave collapses?
A collapsing cave.
Yes.
Avalanche? No.
No, avalanche.
What do you call, guys? Chat. What do you call
yeah.
a cave collapsing inside? There is a
Cave
word.
in? Is it just a cave in? Is that what it's called? I think
No, that's a
what it's
finisher.
called. It's a finisher, and when a cave collapses, I think.
Is it a cave in?
I think so. Anyway,
The chat
while
is
they
slow
answer
on us.
that, Pretty Deadly comes in and they pour on a
Yeah,
little bit
boy.
of salt in the wound.
Yes, boy.
Yes,
Sorry, not
boy.
yet, boy.
Yeah, boys are vodka and ice.
Right.
So,
Are they? Is that what it is?
That's
gonna
according
start
to Chris Jericho.
I'm gonna drink early today. So
Okay, so the tag title match next week, for Roddy and Kemp. I think that's what we're going with. So
who? You didn't say nothing about tag team title match.
yeah, they do.
Oh, for the titles? Mm-hmm. Oh God. So what do you think? Do you think that what are the wrestlers are going to come in and the Creed brothers are going to come and interfere somehow?
Something like that.
Make
Some
them
to
lose.
get Pretty Deadly over, and they'll get out. They'll skate out with all the heat, and then Diamond Mine will be left to argue amongst themselves. So
I got to get that soundbite. Yes, boys.
yes, boy. Yeah, they've said it 100 times, so you
that'll be
could
easy.
take your pick. All right, back to business picking up.
Mm-hmm.
The office worker enters. Now this is the girl that showed how ready she was for the breakout tournament by answering phones. So
What was her name again?
her name is Kiana James, and she's taking on Roxanne Perez here. So let's put over this. This is our weekly put over Roxanne Perez session. I'll go first. From the simple things like matching her eyeshadow with her gear accents to detailed things like when she's in the headlock and then she shoves Kiana off, she actually, yes, that is her.
That was Kiana James.
Peering over the glasses there, and we'll get back to her in a moment. So you know how, Ray, when you're in the headlock and you push the person to the ropes? Are you even paying attention, Ray? I'm asking you a question.
When you're in a
Trying to
headlock,
involve you in this.
I'm listening to everything you're saying.
Okay. So you shove them off to the ropes, right? Now, normally, most people will just push them off and then just stand there waiting on a bus, and then the person comes and tackles them. And they just watch the person bounce off the ropes and run and tackle them.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very boring. Now, Roxanne Perez makes sure that when she shoves off, she
Falls
falls
forward.
down and bends over. And then right at the moment that she stands back up straight, that's when she's taking the tackle. Those are the kind of things that I look at when I'm watching. You can do a flippy, but do you have the fundamentals? Are you trying to make this real? Are you trying to make it look like a contest? Are you trying to make those little details happen? This is just, this is how Roxanne shows her stuff in there. It's what sets her and other great workers apart. The interesting thing for me, though, is that Kiana was like, I was watching her in this match. I'm like, well, she looks like she's been doing this for a minute. She's no slouch in there. Mm-hmm. And then, so I looked her up, and she was formerly known as Kayla Inlay. We probably saw her in like a couple of job matches or
that
something.
name sounds really familiar.
Right, yeah. She didn't do much as Kayla Inlay, but yeah, she's now Kiana James, but funny enough, she made her debut in September 2021.
What do you mean her debut? A pro wrestling debut?
Yes. According to, Ringside Fan Wiki, whatever, she's basically a WWE product from the ground up. So she's got a good aptitude for this so far, if she sticks with it, I would say.
So she was trained, she was trained by the WWE.
Pretty much.
Interesting. Let me see if there's any other promotion, brand, blah, 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 birthplace. She's from Iowa. Yeah, so Kayla Inley. Kiana James, Xena K. She was called also. God damn, that's crazy. Less than 1 year, it says experience here.
Right.
All right, her trainer, Flatbacks Wrestling School, Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, couple Canadian boys. I mean, they're pretty good at training. Right.
Interesting. Okay.
So, yep.
No, I mean, I
Now,
wouldn't.
Dan Heffron has a question real quick.
Yeah.
Do you
where
think
is
they
it?
had Kiana use the word astronomical wrong in her promo on purpose? Yes, because she did that. She did that promo talking about the odds, and I think it was just a grammatical mistake on her part. Like I got what they were going for.
What was she supposed to say?
I don't know. It's probably something like the odds against beating me or whatever astronaut. But she just didn't fully flesh out the sentence.
Okay, that's fine. She's less than a year.
Less than a year, and she was right there for everything. She was getting up and down real good. I don't know.
Well, first and foremost, the girl has a great look.
Mm-hmm.
She looks different than everybody else, I think. Now that you told me that she has less than a year's experience as a wrestler, that's scary. Because her and Roxanne are two very young, talented females.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yep.
What Roxanne hit the Pop Rocks, right? Was it like
The Pop Rocks.
Sunset Flip Power Bomb, I guess you would call it?
Yeah, it's just a code red.
Okay.
But even that, if you notice, she had the on the pin, she had the gotch grip,
Yes.
right? So
Like when my dad used to do a full Nelson, he didn't do it with his fingers locked this way.
no, you're not supposed to. You do the S.
That's what my dad used to do.
You do the S grip here. You could also do the gable grip,
You can
but
do
that's
that.
not as good for a full Nelson.
No, this is
You want
this
the
is
S for
perfect.
the full Nelson, yeah.
I put somebody in high school, not high school, junior high school, in a full Nelson. Was it junior high school or was it? No, when was Hercules Hernandez doing his thing? So it must have been elementary school because I remember it was Peter, but he went to junior high school with me. Anyway, so I put Peter in. I put him in a fucking shoot full Nelson. He went limp. It was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like these girls a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The next segment, I really am angry.
Oh. That would be the Idris and Malik cosplay session.
They need to release those guys now. After this, I want those guys on Impact Wrestling tomorrow.
Why would they be released? They
That
didn't.
suck, bro.
Well, I know, but they were told to do that. They didn't come up with that.
Bro.
Do you really think those guys came up with that? They said, "Hey, Shawn Michaels, you know what we'd like to do? We'd like to dress up like the two gangsters and make fun of them, because that's what we should do."
So we got the two young boys, the two gangster guys, right? The guy with the kid with the bald head clearly reminds me of a young Big Vito. I'm not even kidding. Clearly, that kid has charisma, and he's a good talker. I think that kid, it's very natural. The other guy, it's just a pretty face.
But you're talking about Legs and Johnny Tight Lips, right?
Yeah, those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Are those their real names?
Yeah, isn't that their names?
I don't fucking know. Something 2 dimes, Stacks and 2 dimes. Is it Stacks and
Maybe.
2 dimes?
I think it is.
I think it's Stacks and 2 dimes. I don't know why those names came into my head. Am I wrong?
No, you're
Hold on.
actually correct. I just didn't want to put it over because I like the Simpsons reference better, but
It's Stacks and 2 dimes. They demand a match next week as we go to break. So which one is Stacks and which one is 2 dimes?
doesn't matter.
Oh, got it. So back from commercial, we got Roxanne Perez, and she's interviewed, and Cora Jade quickly rolls up to, put her girl over. Then Elektra Lopez comes in and says that tonight belongs to Legado, and says that Roxanne is going to lose to Lash Legend. And Cora, well, she doesn't have a thick accent. Cora gets excited about it.
Did you like how Cora tried to leech off of the Roxanne Perez heat and be like, we've been friends for a while? Oh, have you?
Cora Jade is the void of any type of charisma. She's just a cute girl that can't skate.
Yeah.
I got to stop working with you. I just realized I did something that you do all the time.
What?
I'll say it again. It's just a cute girl that can't skate.
Oh, the way I enunciate certain things? Yeah.
God damn you.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
I do that sometimes. Anyway.
We missed Fraser walking past a hot chick on the way to the ring. The hot chick. Fraser? He was on his way to the ring, and then he walked past that one hot chick.
Oh, yes.
You know the one?
Is she like the rat?
Kinda. And she has something to do with Robert Stone, too. Like, this is weird. I don't want guys like Lawrence Weaver to think that we only talk about women's wrestling and like the technical aspects of it. We have to talk about how attractive they are and objectify them as well. So, yeah. So thank you, Liz. Yes, the hot blonde. Yes.
Natalia? No, not Natalia.
No, I didn't say the balloon animal. I said the hot chick. You know what Natalia looks like, Ray? You remember the Land of Confusion video from Genesis?
Oh, wow. Yes.
Yeah. All right. But this is Wesley versus Nathan Fraser now. That's where we're at. So, the match was, I mean, they got to do some flippies, but mostly the story here was the Ridge comes in and fucking pitches Wesley from the ring to the announce table outside. That's the big spot here.
Bro, when he took that kid and threw him, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know what the hell Vet's talking about, I mean, goddamn, if that isn't Natalia, Jesus Christ, look at that. Yeah. Anyway, so this kid comes in. What's his name? The Cranial Ridge. Hoist fucking Sideshow Mel or Bob over his head.
He's not big enough to be Bob. He's more Mel. Yes.
He does the Hulk Hogan fucking throwing Earl Hebner. Right. For those who don't remember,
the Thunder Lips. It's the Thunder Lips.
The Thunder Lips throw the on Rocky Balboa. But if Hulk Hogan originally took Earl Hebner, and he overshot Andre the Giant, poor Earl Hebner took a fucking 15-foot bump out, poor fucking guy, onto the fucking cement. How did he not die? Tell me. Well.
Oh, he just bounced first. Bounced off the table first.
Well, I'm talking about Earl Hebner. But yes.
Earl Hebner? Oh, yeah, I don't know.
How the hell did he not even get hurt? If I'm correct. Oh, my God.
Anyway. He probably got hurt.
You think so?
Yeah, and they just put Dave in and said it was Earl, and no one ever knew any different. But
nobody knew.
But yeah, so yeah, this was funny. He throws the kid out. They get a shot of a fat guy grabbing his head in disbelief. It's a classic WWE crowd shot. There's always somebody doing this whenever a crazy thing happens. So that was good.
I wish I'm going to try to find that when he threw him because here it is. Hold on. That was the first fucking thing that popped up. But anyway, continue while I just pull this up. It'll take a second.
Okay, well, Lawrence asked if somebody got thrown out of the ring and the wrestler forgot to catch him. Was it Fuego del Sol? I think you're right. I think it was. But I forget everything around that.
All right. So I'm not going to play any audio here. But what's going on here, buddy?
Well, here, boom. Ridge comes in with the boot.
Mm-hmm.
Says, eat it, Sideshow Mel. And then Sideshow Mel says, unhand me. And he does not unhand him.
Watch this.
Picks him up easily over the head. Good post by Wes. And
Hacha. Oh, fuck.
Boink.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I want to watch that again. Jesus Christ.
It's worth another look.
He gave the Hulk Hogan hacha. Oink.
And then they made it look like
fuck.
they made it look like because the chick was standing in the crowd now, and they made it look like she's the one that wanted all this.
Maybe she was.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think Liz was saying earlier, the evil mastermind.
You think she's the one?
She could be the one.
He bounced off the table.
Yeah. So that was all right, you know.
That was cool. That was enjoyable.
Right. Then we get the gangsters preparing for their match, and then afterwards, Wes and Nate run into not Veer in the NXT kitchen, and Wes decides to stand up for himself. I'm sorry, I forgot. Was it Sangha? Is that his name?
Sangha. I just think of coffee. Think of decaffeinated coffee. There you go. That's how.
But it's Sangha.
That's how I remember his name.
Hey, you know what's funny is I was writing the note, and for the life of me, my brain could not remember what the guy's name was, and I just remembered it now saying the sentence. But yeah. So Sangha, Sangha gets some speaking lines here. He's like, you know, he tries to say something. I don't remember what all he was saying, but it was something to the effect of like, "What do you expect? This guy's bigger than you, and he'd kill the both of you," or something like that.
And he was if I may interject here by saying that I thought he delivered his lines wonderfully. Just very believable. Just nonchalant. He's like, listen, you know, the guy is much bigger than you. It is what it is. Well, the guy is bigger, he's stronger, he's faster. You know, the way things work. This is the way of the world. I'm just paraphrasing.
Yeah, but it's essentially that. Yeah. Yeah, your little guys don't feel bad, you know.
Big guys, you know.
Yeah, so but anyway, Wesley's not going to stand for this, right? But he's not going to walk out either. He's going to challenge. He's going to challenge Sangha to a match next week.
But you gotta love Nathan Frazier. He's like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out of here.
I don't want this.
I want this shit. I want this 7-foot giant that can't wrestle.
Right. Even though he was up for the challenge earlier, but then he realized he could barely handle Wes Lee, and then a real giant got in the ring. He's not up for that challenge, so he's not going to go for the other giant. Anyway, main event time.
Before you do that,
okay.
I just need to explain that I love, and I do love what they're doing now with Wes Lee, and what they're doing is they're building a chip on this kid's shoulder. That's what they're doing. He's going to be that guy that nothing fucking goes right. He's going to get angrier and angrier and angrier. They're building towards something, and I see a slow progression of his character. They're giving him a character. They're giving him something. Do you see it?
I mean, yeah. It's
okay.
Not very interesting, but it's something.
We'll see. We'll see where it goes. Maybe he joins Edge's Straight Edge Society. What is it called?
Who cares?
Oh.
It's called WWE Great Balls of Fire. That's what it's called.
Sure.
So
oh wait, hold on.
My balls was hot. I understand.
There you go. Main event time.
Santos versus Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I didn't really care for this match. It was weird. They were like, first of all, they were both heels.
Yep.
But they each got their turn to have like a babyface comeback.
Sure.
And weird shit. And then, you know, Santos wins with a punch. He's got some kind of a foreign object. There's got to be some interference and stuff like that. So he gets the gimmick punch in, and I guess winning this match means does he win all the businesses that Tony's family has interest in?
I guess we find. I mean, so Tony D'Angelo, he said he wanted to do things by himself, and then his crowbar was missing, and apparently Legato had the crowbar. And then the other two guys, Tony Stacks and Jimmy Two Times, comes in, and they fucking beat him up. And while all this is happening, what's his name? Santos Escobar had a shoot pair of brass knuckles. He didn't have remember in the old WWF days where they just put like a whole bunch of tape around some cardboard and it looked like brass knuckles?
I swear they just grabbed like some toilet paper out of the bathroom and just rolled it up.
That's all it was back in the day.
Yeah.
But no, this was a shoot pair of brass knuckles. He had it like hidden in the ring apron. Boom, knocked him out. 1, 2, 3. So now what happens is, if I understand the laws of the streets, Santos Escobar now gets to take over the fish markets that Tony D'Angelo runs. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. Well, is it like on the streets? Can you do that anywhere? Like if you just pin a guy up against a wall for 3 seconds, like does that mean you get all of his stuff?
That means you're Colin.
All right. All right. So then, Joe Gacy has one final message.
Oh God, why?
Basically what he says here is the NXT title will give him control of the world.
Oh shit. Well, it is the world championship.
So what essentially what he's saying is that Junior already has control of the world, and that like for example, Roman Reigns better watch out because that's nothing. Being the undisputed WWE Universal Champion is nothing being the NXT champion. So I didn't know it was so. Maybe that's why everybody's so interested in these dealings, like the Santos and Tony, like why they're in NXT instead of the main roster. Yeah, maybe it's because NXT is where the real control of the world is at.
Guards! More guards! What?
Yeah, so.
What's another one that Colin uses all the time? A soundbite that he uses quite frequently. I might not have.
Do you have the Tony Khan? Then you shouldn't have said it, or 9 days.
9 days from tonight.
Yeah,
that's all I got. I still have this one. I don't use this one much. Where is this? I have I'm serious. I'm dead serious. What's the other one I used to say?
What from Tony?
Yeah.
No,
you shouldn't have said it. I don't know where I did with that one.
Yeah, why would that go away? That was the best one.
I don't know. Fuck.
I just watched that promo the other day because I wanted to make a clip of it from my own personal YouTube channel, and I didn't notice this before, or I forgot. But after he says, "Then you shouldn't have said it," and he's walking through the tunnel, he's like, "Play Matt Seidel's music."
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. It's great. Good shit. Favorite promo.
Shit. I think I might have deleted that. Damn.
Wow.
Then you shouldn't have said it.
There it is. With a bonus me on there tacked on the end.
I like that one better.
Well, that's it, Ray. That's NXT, man.
Look at Colin putting himself over again. Can't wait for tonight. It'll be some fun. So, Vet, all in all, what'd you think of this show?
I like the Roxy part.
Anything else?
No. Everything else can go suck a lemon.
Damn. Well, Vet, where can they find you?
You can find me everywhere at Opinion Haver. See, I changed that up a little bit because I've been saying you can find me at Opinion Haver everywhere. And maybe some people think that the actual tag is Opinion Haver everywhere. Because every time I say a specific platform, they always say, "Oh, what are you on that?" So like maybe I'm just not making myself clear. You can find me everywhere at Opinion Haver.
There you go.
If you don't find Opinion Haver on a social media platform or some other platform like a gaming platform or whatever, then that ain't me. You'll know it's me.
Well, tonight, it is the Ridiculously Random Podcast. And our top 5 will be top 5 superheroes. Yes, this week. And then next week will be top 5 villains, super villains.
Really? You're that out of ideas already, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, sure.
That John Williams Superman theme is the greatest superhero theme of all time. I don't care what anybody says.
You think so?
Yeah. And I'm not a big Superman guy. Like, I'm always been more of a Marvel guy and a Spider-Man guy. Like, those are my... Spider-Man's my guy. I like Superman okay, but, you know, never was my favorite. But that movie theme, oh my God. It does not get no better than that.
I'm going to have to disagree with you.
You're wrong. I don't even know what you're going to say. It doesn't matter what you're going to say.
I would say this one is my favorite.
Yeah, that's
I'm
good.
Batman.
That's the Danny Elfman Batman, but
Yeah.
it's a little kind of corny. Like it's very Danny Elfman. You know what I mean? Like, you know when Danny Elfman does a song.
So what about this one? What about this one?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't. Yeah, no.
No.
It's good though. It's iconic. It's classic. But
How about the Aquaman theme?
there's no glub 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 glub.
It's so scary how we think alike.
Yeah, movies just they don't have the good superhero themes anymore. Like the Avengers one is okay, but like if you look at all those individual Avenger movies and stuff, like none of them have like a very memorable theme. Captain America one, that's all right, but
Captain America. What about the Incredible Hulk?
the movies, I'm
The
talking
TV
about the
show.
movies though.
TV show.
No, I'm not talking
It's
about.
still a theme.
Well, my point, Ray, is that these days superhero themes aren't what they were. That's what I was saying. So,
Not at all.
So the Incredible Hulk theme. Actually, I don't even remember what the Incredible Hulk theme was. I just remember the ending theme.
That was kind of the theme, though.
Yeah, it wasn't like the main title theme.
Was it?
They didn't play the sad song when they were putting the credits up trying to get you hyped for the show.
It was dun dun dun. Let me see. Incredible Hulk theme song. Incredibles, you motherfucker. I gotta find out what this fucking theme song is. Incredible Hulk theme song. Here we go. 1978. Here we go. Here's the opening. Of course, there's gonna be a commercial. I heard that's a good one. There's another one I wanted to tell you that's a great fucking theme song. A superhero theme song, but I can't fucking remember. Oh, the Green Hornet.
Is he a superhero or is he like a secret agent?
Dr. David Banner, physician, scientist, searching for a way to tap into the hidden strengths that all humans have. Then an accidental overdose
This
of
is over.
radiation alters his body chemistry. And now, when David Banner grows angry or outraged, a startling metamorphosis occurs.
That's when the 80s were still the 70s a little bit.
1978.
Yeah.
So we started going. It's so funny how you can listen to the sound of music and know what kind of era it was from. Oh my God, Blank Man was amazing. One of my favorite superheroes. One of my favorite superheroes, and I'll shoot on this. He'll probably be an honorable mention. Was Handyman. Up in the way. And you fall out the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho. So yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, you guys, you can follow me on social media on Instagram, on Twitter, and on TikTok at Big Ray Hernandez. Vet, do you have any opinions on since your opinion have on my morning coffee thoughts?
Oh, I just swipe past those when I'm going through the Instagram stories and stuff.
That's fucked up.
It's like,
don't
I
like
see
it?
Ray's got a morning coffee thought. Whoosh.
Really? You just
Well, don't feel too bad. I do that with pretty much everybody.
you don't even like watch them?
No, I watched one time and immediately regretted it. So.
Which one was it?
I forget.
The
You
video
know, I
game
swiped past them so many times I didn't even know they had sound. I thought you just put like a picture of you pantomiming with the little graphics on there, and then
You didn't like the video game one? I thought you would like that one.
was that the one with the Nintendo?
Yeah, like how easy kids have it nowadays.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear it, but I watched you like trying to struggle with the cartridge and do all that stuff we used to do, trying to get the game to work. Yeah,
Of course.
that's probably the best one so far.
You think so?
I think so.
Anyway, listen, guys. Tonight, the Ridiculously Random Podcast, top 5. What do you call it? Top 5 superheroes. Then next week it'll be top 5 super villains. So again, join me, Big Ray, and Colin for the Ridiculously Random Podcast every Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And please send your emails to us at yourrandompod. Again, it's yourrandompod@gmail.com. Guys, you don't have to send a top 5. You can just send topics, questions, just thoughts, anything you want, really. We just love the interaction. I'm going to try to make sure Colin does not fucking read the spam emails that he continuously reads for some reason every single goddamn week. And this week we will find out what floor Mario's on. What I want to do is I want to try to get like a little I gotta do like a little prize thing. Like whoever gets the most right at the end of the month gets a free cameo from the vet. Can we do that?
Free.
Main roster. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, we'll see the vet probably tomorrow or the next day, or not just here in HMG. I mean, the guy's all over the fucking place.
Never know.
Would you ever want to do a pro wrestling reflection?
Perhaps.
It's good, guys.
Those guys know where to find me.
Yeah, Tommy Wonder, Scott D'Amore guy. The Professor Chalbelo de la Cruz. Over 40 years of studying wrestling. Good guys. And you've been all amazing. What is this? Media M5. Ray, whatever happened to chat members ever appearing on the stream? That was shot down by the powers that be. I can only do so much. And I can only tell you so much. I love you guys. If I could have you all on right now, I would. But I'll see you tonight. The vet will see you some other day. Who knows? Join me, Colin, and the vet tonight for the Ridiculously Random Podcast. Say goodbye, vet.
Off to the best of the Super Juniors.
Best of the Super Juniors. Nobody watches that, vet.
One person does.
Main roster.